when you got somebody delivering, you got somebody, picking up the E-rags. Now you got safety reasons. Anything 70 pounds or more, you need help. And do you really get that help? I know being an E-rag person, I've been working E-rags most of my career there. You really don't. Because if you're on the belt, they kind of expect you to use your surroundings where you got to use the rollers and go to the car. They kind of give you a little bit, but if you get these packages that come down, like for example, I had to fight on midnight with safety because I had to reiterate what the maximum weight is that we handle in the building. Now, do anybody know what the maximum weight is?
150 is supposed to be.
It'll be 75 to 150,
yeah,
right?
150.
But they don't honor that.
Anything over 150, you're supposed to call your safety rep, your supervisor, or whoever.
You're joking, right? You're joking, right?
Back, that's how it
You're
used to
joking.
be. And they used to come and get it with a forklift.
Okay.
When I was in Twilight, I got a package that was 295 pounds. It was like retaped like 4 or 5 times, and I was splitting the belt. The guy that was weighing the package, he weighed it, came up to 295. So now it went to 295. I called the supervisor. They got a guy with a forklift to come and get it, and it had to go to cargo. Now I'm being told that, yeah, it's 150, but it can't go to cargo if it's over 150. So then what happens with it? What do they do? And then I was told if it's big enough to fit the package car, they honor it. So I'm like, wow, that's crazy, because if the package is like 250 pounds, it all goes down to how is that employee supposed to handle the package by himself? That's when it comes down to, you're like, wow, that's crazy. I mean, it's too much.
When we had carpet, and it took 4 of us to put it on the truck, on preload. 4 of us to put it on the truck. So now we saying, how the driver gonna get it off, right?
Yeah.
But 4 of us put it on. I mean, we struggling to get it on, right? So I seen the driver next day said, jump, listen. I pulled it off. I got the end off on the driveway, right? On my lawn, right? And I drove off. He said, I drove off and left it there. I mean, with these air rigs, you got to do what you got to do. Because what happens is, if you call for help, they're not coming.
No.
They're not coming.
No.
They're not coming. And they won't send you any help.
No.
So now, what happened is, now when you say, I'm going to the doctor, it's a problem. I had one driver saying, yo, my back hurt. I'm going to go to ER. They told him if you go to ER, you're going to get fired. That's what they told him.
And it's crazy because this stuff like this is happening, and it's trickling down to all the members where the members are hearing it. And some of this stuff shouldn't even be heard by us. It should be more private for the local e-board, and they should be handling that stuff.
Well, what happened is, like you said, certain things shouldn't be heard, right? Look, management don't care. They tell you in front of everybody, file agreements. We don't care.
Well, we know,
what your local going to do?
Exactly. I was going to say, why do you think they do that? I mean,
our leadership is
Richard Hooker just showed up, everybody.
Hey, good morning, good people. Good morning, good people. It's good to be here. Of course, thank you guys for listening in. I was working late, but I heard you guys on the radio, man. It sounds good. It sounds real good. But like you guys was talking about, man, it's the leadership. The company does whatever they want to do. We all know it. We all see it. The members see it. They just do whatever they want to do. And until that leadership body is gone from that hall, it's always going to be like this.
It's crazy.
Yeah, cause I'm glad Hooker here, because we got a million questions. They want me to ask.
Well, what's up?
So what happened is, but the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about Rocky. We're just going to leave it at Rocky. We're not going to say his name.
Mm-hmm.
So Rocky says, Jump, I got a job. I'm like, Rocky, you got a job? He's like, yeah.
What's up, John? How you doing?
He said, yeah, I got a job, right? I said, when you start? He's like, I don't know when I'll start. I said, hold up, Rocky. He said, the vice president told me I had a job. I said, but you don't know when you start? No, I don't know when I start. He said, well, I got to call this guy, yada, 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 yada. So 2 weeks went by.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So now he got the job, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, Jump, they told me to report Monday, right? I said, well, where you work at? He's like, I don't know. So he showed up Labor Day, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock he showed up. Because the union told him to show up 10 o'clock. He showed up 10 o'clock, right?
Right.
So he came and screamed, Jump, I showed up, wasn't nobody here. I said, yo, the holiday. He said, but the union told me to show up. That's sad. That's really, really, really sad.
That's
so
bad.
now I told him, I said, Rocky, meet me at the gate 10 o'clock tonight, last night, Tuesday night.
Right.
I'm going to find out where you got to be. But he gets a little excited. I get there, they said, jump, he already went in. I'm trying to find him, I can't find him. They said they took him to Cornerstone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we think he got, this is the question I want to ask you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know who job he got? You won't believe who job he got. I want you to
Yeah,
tell me
Gillette.
how long has that job been out?
That been
How long that job
at
been
least at least what 3 years?
Really?
Yeah. Now it's election time. Now them jobs coming up. We're old jobs. We're old jobs, right?
Right.
Anthony Gilletto, do you know the last time he was in?
About 3 years ago,
And they just filling that job?
election time.
That's sad.
Hey,
That's sad. When they told me that, I'm like, what?
they're like Oprah right now with jobs. I see
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah, you
part
gonna- yeah.
timers getting
You gonna-
jobs.
At this time with a month left, listen, you could almost steal out of the building and you'll get your job back.
So the point we're talking about
That's
right
crazy.
now is that we've been had this. People showing up, they saying I got a full-time job. They don't know where to go.
Right.
I think I got cartage preload. I think I got preload building ship, right? This is sad. How you paying E-board salaries, right? And you show up, you don't know where your job at, what day you start. This is sad. And for the members to accept that, I mean, it's sad. You know what I mean?
It's
Well, I think we've been at the gates for the last few years now.
years.
And I think everybody, all of us here, the rest of our team, the people at these buildings, it's a lot different than it was in 2016. A lot different. Before
Yeah.
I came here, I was talking to a feeder driver, and he was telling me that the feeder drivers, man, they do not want these guys in office any longer than they have to be.
So man, it's how your mom is doing.
It looks better. But
Right. So, and I'm talking to him, and I mean, you know what I said? Well, are you guys going to put it on paper? Because it sounds good. It sounded good in 2016. Oh man, look, we got you. Then
Right.
it was 37
Short.
votes short.
right.
Right? This time, I will admit, it's a lot different. There's a lot different. But what are the members going to do? And I got to ask you guys this question: with a month left, if the election was today, who would you vote for? Who would you vote for? It's just that simple, because it shouldn't change.
No.
It's only a month.
Yeah.
Who would you vote for?
Right. So now Hookup was talking about feeder drop. Now I'm at the gates. Oregon Avenue. Package car driver said jump. I don't want to go in there with Shanahan. I'm going there with myself to represent them. This is what I'm saying. I jump, I voted for them.
Right.
But jump. I'm not voting for them no more. They said jump. I will go in the office with management, with myself. I don't want to go in there with Shanahan.
That's scary.
This is how weak he is.
Well, you see the flyer that we just put out yesterday.
We're putting
We
a lot
had
of good literature out there.
a 30-year member who always backed the incumbents. Always.
Always.
But on that flyer, what did he say?
Oh,
He said, listen,
not
I
no
always
more.
backed them, but I'm tired of this stuff. I'm voting for these guys.
We got veterans that were 20 years plus, up to
Right.
31 years,
Right.
that are saying they're tired of what's going on.
You're tired of this, right.
I mean, that's huge coming from people that are veterans like that, because they've seen a lot, they've been around through a lot, and they're tired of what's going on. I mean, the stuff that's going on in the building, like Jumbo just said, how you give somebody a job, a full-time job, and not tell them where to report? I mean, listen, there's so many shifts there. If they went up to one person and say, hey, you got a full-time job, okay, thank you, what is it? I mean, that should be the question from the member, and I know he asked, but the whole thing is the answer wasn't out there for the person, and he just left them hanging.
And one other thing, I want all the people who got jobs, new jobs this year, listen. You don't owe the vice president anything. Your seniority got you that job.
Exactly.
Listen, don't forget, your seniority got that job. You don't owe anybody anything. So don't let them say, oh, I got your job, you got to vote for me, vote for me. It don't work like that. Your seniority, and some of you guys, 17, 18 years, they get a full-time job, it's baloney.
Yeah.
So how can you say how can they say you owe them something? You don't owe them anything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? You should. What happened is it's just too long. It's just too long.
It's crazy. I mean, in my opinion, if you work with the company for a long period of time, you have seniority, you're on the list, the rules were followed, Nothing is owed. Nothing is owed at all. When people, if that starts coming out, like, hey, I owe somebody something, it starts basically getting a little shady, because it's like that shouldn't even be out there. You know, don't feel that you owe anybody nothing, because you know why? You're paying for a service.
Right there, you paid for it.
You're paying for a service every week, and they are doing their job. I mean, you don't tip them. A thank you would do. You know, hey, how you doing? Thank you very much, you know, for doing your job. But other than that, the only thing you owe them is report to work every day, earn your paycheck, and pay them their salary the following week. And that's basically what it is.
And since we talking about jobs, okay, now I've been looking, and Hooker, you might say agree with me on this, right? Listen, it's 5 to 1. 5 hours to one supervisor get a full-time job. Hook, it's a lot of supervisors got jobs. A lot of part-time supervisors.
I know.
So I think the next union meeting, they should show us what the count is. You know, Hook, I mean, but I know it's four within the last 6 months.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So, and we haven't got, I don't think we got 20 jobs.
Wow.
Now we might be getting them.
Right.
But what
now.
I'm saying is 5 to 1. The number,
Right, don't add
the ratio is not. They got to show it to us on paper.
But again, they're not going to show it to us because there is no transparency. There's nothing that says, okay, this supervisor got this job and these 5 members got, the jobs. There's nothing that shows us that. We don't know. We have to go by their word pretty much on everything, and it shouldn't be like that. I mean, look at the contract. We had to go by their word, and look what happened. Look what happened. But we've put things in place for that not to happen again.
Yeah.
But we're not going to really, get the fullness of that until these guys get out of office. That's just the bottom line.
I agree with you, Joe. Soups should not be getting a union job. Period. I mean,
at all. It should be no 5 to 1 or nothing.
If we there in 2021, that's what we're gonna fight for. No 5 to 1, 5 to 0. That's what we're gonna fight, or 6 to 0.
I mean, you chose
no soups at all getting a job.
You chose to get out the union. You lost your opportunity.
Right.
But then a lot of these soups find loopholes and they get right back in, and that's the thing. Like I worked with a supervisor on preload. He was basically like, "Oh, I'm going to work as a supervisor until a driving job opens up." I'm like, looked at him. He was like, "Yeah, I could get a driving job being a supervisor because it's out there. I can do it. All I gotta do is take the test and pass the test, and I'm good."
Right.
I mean, that's how confident they are. They're going to move into the system, and it's like it shouldn't be that confident. You shouldn't even be allowed.
I mean, we could sit here and tell you stories after stories, right?
Absolutely.
These are true. All right, just like we had the one driver. The one part-time, okay? He did integrate. Once he did integrate, he can drive anywhere.
Right.
Your man, small soul, he drive anywhere, right? So he drove in Ballard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they ain't had no work for him. He went to media, right? The media said he can't work because he didn't take a road test and media. What?
That don't even make sense.
Listen what I'm saying. He drove Ballard one day, right? The next day with the media, they said you got to go home. You can't work because you didn't take a road test for media, right? And the union, you talk to them, you handle it. You know what exactly what happened.
It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that,
Listen,
man.
The truck that you're going to drive in media, you drive in Ballot, it doesn't make any sense.
He's the integrate.
I know what you're saying. It doesn't make sense.
He graduated from integrate.
It's the same truck.
Exactly. No, but he graduated from integrate. Yeah. That means he's a driver.
Exactly.
Period.
This is sad.
So they pick and choose. Like I said, they pick and choose. The part-timers that come to package car driver are not getting a fair deal. Kissima didn't get a fair deal. They're not getting a fair deal. Everybody is not getting treated the same. Part-timers come out the hub are not getting a fair deal when they go out for package car driver. Not getting a fair deal. Ballard or median. I'm talking about the airport. I don't know about Oregon Avenue, but I'm telling you, Ballard and median. Part-timers are not getting a fair deal, right? You put it in office, everybody's going to get a fair deal.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get treated the same. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Vote, give us a shot. Like I said, give me 36 months. If you say, I ain't doing the job, I ain't running no more. I ain't running no more.
And the scary thing about it is that people are getting full-time jobs now, and they have no clue about what's going on. They're basically, your rights change a little bit from part-time to full-time. Depending on what job you get, it's a lot. Now, people don't know what's going on. As soon as you get a full-time job, it's basically like starting over. And it really is. And you're kind of in the dark unless you are knowledgeable and you had a good full-time friend that was able to open up to you and tell you all the stuff that they went through. So you're kind of preparing yourself for like, hey, well, maybe when I go, because I have a couple close friends that I spoke with and we were cool. And when they got full-time, they were like, man, this is what's happening. So I knew it was going to happen to me.
Right.
But members being members and you communicate with one another. That's how it should be. But you should also be prepped by your union local. You should be, hey guys, this is what you need to do. They tell you basically, make your 30 days. Have a good day.
So look, this one for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got somebody just got a job, right? Same deal.
Right.
He didn't know when he was going to start, and he had to keep relaying the HR to see what the deal was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now he was gone last week. He got the job, but guess what?
Gotta go to Willow Grove.
No, well, guess what? He's still part-time. He back in the hub at part-time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he got to wait for the class to start before he can get the full-time job.
I ran into him last night. He gotta go to Willow Grove
Yeah.
for the class.
Right?
And so I'm guessing
They still got him on, but he's just going to work the midnight until the class comes.
I think it starts next week. It started next week.
But still.
Right.
Wow.
But still, he only going to pay 20
I
hours.
actually ran into him
But
last night when I was coming in.
Yeah, because he came to me, right? So what happened is, actually he's working in my area, right?
Right.
So what happened is, he's only going to work 20 hours this week. See what I'm saying? He's supposed to be
Right.
full-time.
Right.
He only get 20 hours. That's
Right.
not right.
That's right.
He's
Yeah.
supposed to get 40.
Right.
And
You know what I mean?
It's just like
That's up to them that they don't have the class.
Right. Exactly.
So what type of job is it? Like the
Hazmat.
Hazmat
Responder.
now?
you know?
How about this one? Right? They changed a lot of these jobs.
I know.
That was
Yeah.
Willie's job, wasn't it? Because they had
Willie?
Yeah, they had Willie's job up there. They made it a hazmat responder hub.
Look, we went over this.
Right.
We went over this.
Right.
They changed it now. All right, you switched jobs, right?
Right.
Now they had to go to the two division managers
Yep, and
and
ask.
say, do you still need this job? And if they say, we'll let you know. So what happened is they changed it. The contract said you can't change, and they changed it. We went over this.
Yeah, they changed.
Right?
They changed mine.
But it's like
I
what
know-
happened,
I remember
the
that,
22 jobs, they still ain't filling down Oregon Avenue. So they're holding it up.
That's
See what I'm
sad.
saying?
That's sad.
So they changing the job that they want. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
I-
ugly.
And we talked about this.
Right.
And I
I remember that. Right.
I went to the banks. Listen, I run into members everywhere. I went to the bank, ran into one
Oh
of my
yeah,
members.
yeah, man. You got to listen. This is crazy.
Well, with all the time, he was saying that he worked double shifts and
Yep.
they didn't pay him. They didn't pay him from one shift. He
Where
worked
you
on
at, airport?
No,
Oregon
Oregon Avenue.
Okay.
And he worked all the way through, and he was waiting for his pay to go through, and he got his paycheck, and it was wrong. And now he's waiting for it because he was supposed to get overtime. He had to file a grievance. He's just going on and on. I was like, wow.
Yep.
The job's not being posted at Oregon Avenue.
So how long did it take them to get paid?
He's still, this just happened like a week ago, so he just put the grievance in when I spoke to him. He said, I just put the grievance in, and it was happened a week before because he's been working basically the whole preload, which is, I guess, an 8-hour shift over there.
Right.
So he's been working it. He's only part-time, but he was complaining that the jobs aren't being posted over there
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
He said because there's a lot of people going full-time, and I'm like, he's got almost as much as me.
17,
He's got
18 years.
17, 18 years.
Right.
I've been here 19. So I'm like, you should be full-time. I was like, because I know about 3 or 4 people that got the job now recently. And he's got a license. He can do building shift. He can do it. And I was like, wow. I was like, I don't even know if they got to get the dovetail list over there. I don't know what's going on. But
Yeah.
according to him, nothing's being done.
Right.
And then on top of it, he's being told that, we're bums by other people. Like, when they get in office, if
Hoffa
they,
going to kick us out.
yeah, Hoffa's going to kick us out
yeah.
and stuff like that. I mean, this is the tactics that the other slates are doing now. They're going up to the members like, oh yeah, if they get in, they're getting kicked out, so don't worry about it. Like, what?
Hoffa ain't gonna do nothing. We already stood up to Hoffa. We beat Hoffa in 2016. We beat him. We won 6 seats. We won the United States of America. We beat Hoffa already. Hoffa ain't gonna do nothing to it. Y'all scared of Hoffa. We're not scared of Hoffa.
Exactly.
Where that video? You see that video? You put that video up?
Which one?
From what you and Cowie. Down
Yeah,
Oregon
it's in,
Avenue.
yeah, he put up.
It's
We
on
gonna
the
put the
satellite.
video. The video gonna be up all
It's
day.
up.
As soon as we leave, we gonna put it up again.
Yeah.
All right, you'll see. We ain't backing down for nobody.
Nobody.
We ain't scared for how. James B. Hoffa's a coward. That's what we say. Now put us in office. We ain't scared of him. we went to Vegas. How many people we stood up to? How many red vests we stood up to?
I lost count. I mean, they seen the video.
That was
Yeah,
scary.
we ain't scared of Hopper. Y'all scared of Hopper. Hopper ain't gonna do nothing to us. You know what I mean?
It's
Right.
crazy.
That was. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. That was an experience forever, man. I'll never forget that.
Yes,
and just
it's
the way the
crazy.
whole thing was handled. You know what I mean? That, and then going out there and dealing with all that stuff, man. That
Oh,
was
it's-
fun.
it's
We
crazy.
scared of Hopper. They
Well,
scared of Hopper.
We got it like just as quick as or as soon as last week. You know, that's as soon as we went to Oregon Avenue. As soon as we got there, they called security on us,
Yeah.
trying to have us kicked
Yeah.
off the
Yeah.
premises when we have the right to be there
Yeah.
and just campaign for our members. And then we were basically Hawkeye the whole time we were there by Bob Cowie,
Yeah.
who was the
The district labor manager.
district labor manager.
He's the chair of the
the
negotiating
national-
committee
yeah,
for a supplement. Yeah.
And we just, the CEO came through. I've never seen him,
Right.
and all we said is hello, and he's like, "That's
Oh,
enough." Like, whoa.
Yeah, but you know what though? Speaking of that, the thing that I noticed after watching that, he came out there 3 times,
Yeah.
right? And I watched it and I watched it.
Looked like he wanted to distract us from everything.
The thing about it was what he was paying attention to was how the members were responding to
Yeah.
us.
And everybody was coming,
Because
talking
we
to
could
us.
be out there all we want to,
Yeah.
but if the members are not engaged and not taking it, it don't mean nothing. He wants to see if these guys are getting offers, are they going to have the members back?
Did you see the message Norm sent on the
No,
thing?
I didn't see it. I ain't see it. Oh, you talking about this? Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
And for the labor manager to come out there and say what he said to Hooker, what did he say? That's what we said last time.
Yeah. Because I told him, I said, you will be seeing a lot more of us in the future. He said, that's what you said last time.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
so how can a labor manager come out and tell us that, right? What happened is they scared to death. They don't want. They watch. They just like we lost by 8 votes, right? And now we lost by 37 votes. Oh, they scared to death.
Right.
They don't want us in there.
Yeah.
They don't want us in there because you know what? We out there now. We ain't getting paid. Imagine if we getting paid. Imagine we get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
I always
we
say.
fight for the members and we not getting paid. Imagine if we was getting paid.
Yeah.
Just imagine if that was our main focus.
And
Right.
then
Just
just-
that.
yeah, just that.
You know, just come in, protect, fight for the membership.
The biggest thing that I got out of that Bill Cowrie thing is that you were sitting there talking to him, and I was sitting there, campaigning and talking to other people because you knew who he was. He didn't know of me. You basically said to him, he said, what are you doing out here?
Right.
You know, Booker's response was, we're trying to bring the family aspect back to the union.
Right.
He had such a response to that. It was a big belly laugh, like he was Santa. Like he was, and it was like really hysterically funny to him. But it's not funny to us because we want to have that family aspect with the members. Like I said earlier in the show, we want to be able to walk up to a member, how you doing? How's your wife? How's your kids?
Right.
You know, of course we might not be able to do that to all 4,400, but we would love to be able to, because it's not just about, coming to work, touching packages. It's about, a career for some people. This is their life.
Right.
It went from a job to a career for me when I became full-time. I was here 15 years, not deciding what I was going to do. Maybe I was out the door, and then I got offered full-time.
Right.
Now it's a career.
Right.
Now it's my life. I see the same people here all the time. And I used to work for a guy that said this to me. He said, you see us more than you see your family at times.
Right.
And that's how it is. And I want to be around people that are going to have my better interests at heart,
Right.
Yeah, so I hope we win. I really hope we win because I want to sit across from Cali, right?
Sunshine.
When we can tell Cali right now, everything that we supposed to get, everything
Absolutely.
we do, we're going to get. And not only that, right? Package car drivers been here 20, 25 years, right? They're not going to be afraid to come to work. I can't do this. How
Right.
you come 25, 30 years, you scared to come to work, you're going to get fired, this and that, right? You got members 25 years, never did nothing, and they do make a little mistake, they get a 1 day. They get fired. That's not going to happen. If we win, everybody, but package car drivers, they're going to come in, they're going to do their job. They ain't going to have to worry about if you're sick, you call out. You call out. You can be sick. You know what I'm saying? Because when labor's sick, they don't come in.
Hey.
So what happened is package car drivers are not going to have be any fair. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it is now. Some of the package car drivers, I ain't going to make no way. They're scared to put a grievance in because if they put a grievance in, it's going to be retaliation. Listen, that's not going to happen. Package car drivers going to come in and do their job and they're going to have to worry about nothing.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I had a hearing last night about that very thing about retaliation for a member. Just put a grievance in. Next thing they know, they moved this member out of the area, and then all this stuff had to go to HR, and I had to tell them, you know, she was asking for a steward. 5 times she said she asked.
That's the same person we were
Right,
talking about.
and they wouldn't give her one.
And that's a grievance.
I said, hold on a minute, man, you just got through violating her again.
Yeah.
And not only that, I talked to her. She came and got me
We
at the
both
bottom of
did,
the hill,
yeah.
right? So what happened is, right, what she said was the bags was too heavy. She wasn't
Right.
the bag was too heavy. I can't lift the bag.
Right.
I need hurt. I need help.
Right.
I need help. She said, I can't lift the bag, need help. So they penalized her because she couldn't lift the bag.
Yeah.
She did the right thing.
Yeah, she did the right
If you
thing.
need help,
Gotta
you
ask for it, right.
She actually said, I need help. I can't lift the
Right,
bags, right?
right.
And because she couldn't lift the bag, she's penalized.
I mean, we have some great stewards out there that are keeping up with this, which is good. I was told the other day that there was a guy and container unload. He was unloading containers, and he was by himself, and he noticed that there was 3 people in one can. So he said something to the supervisor. He's like, "Can I get some help?" You know, because it's like you got 3 people in one can, and I'm by myself here.
Right,
Can I
right.
get some help? What was the response? Go home.
Go home.
Go home. So he was like, what? So he got the shop steward. The shop steward was like, no, you're going to work. He's like, don't go home. You're going to work. Just go ahead and work, and we'll figure it out, you know, afterwards. So he went home. He actually stood there. He worked his shift. The following day, got his timesheet. They clocked him out. So now they got to fight. But this is the thing.
Yeah,
they have to fight.
before you go any farther, who clocked him out?
Supervisor.
Which supervisor? They got to be held accountable.
Yeah.
You can't clock
That's
the
the thing.
individual out.
So it's being handled, but the whole thing is that some people don't know to do that.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, some people go home, they would just get their stuff and go. Now, this person was knowledgeable enough to at least get a shop steward.
Right.
You know, and that's good. But the whole thing is, there's people that aren't. How many times is this being done per day to people that are eligible to stay?
People are afraid, and the retaliation. They don't know if the e-board is going to fight for them or not. But you know, we get ready to go into this break, y'all. On the other side of this break, I got some news I got to tell you guys. I just found out some stuff. You guys, it's really good though. It's really good. So
Good news is great
you're
news.
listening to South Philadelphia Community Radio, WOOM 92.9 FM. Give you another edition of the 623 Live Matter Show.
How you doing?
Where we at here?
So you said play both bumpers. That 12 and the 57. It'll go into the 57.
Right. All right.
You took your phone back, sir.
Oh, oh, my fault, my
Now you
fault.
got that knee.
Oh,
There you go. So it's amazing, isn't it?
yeah.
Everybody, don't forget 623livesmatter.org. It is live. You have any answers? You want answers? We have answers. You got questions? We got answers. Go to the website. It's live. Very simplistic. Point, click. You'll get all that stuff that you want. You can download the contract so you can be more knowledgeable on that. It's all there. It's for everybody. We'll get more into it within the next half hour. You know, so just stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of crazy stuff in there.
Yeah. All right, guys, we back. You're listening to WOOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. Glad you guys are tuning in. Before we get into what I had to tell you guys, but I want to touch base on what Romeo was talking about with the website. Now, a few flyers ago, we talked about how if we were to get elected, we were going to change the website to where it be more informative and you get to have the things you need. You know, you wouldn't have to wait. It would look like a union website. You know, you would get
How about
information
that?
you need. You would find out about grievances. You would get whatever you need.
To
for
be a
your
teamster.
situation.
To be a teamster.
Right, you would have you would have gotten it. So, what happened was we got the website together, and everything is on there. FMLA, how to file a grievance. You know, the rights that you have when you go into the office. Your wine garden rights. Drivers, you know, the 9-5 language, falsifying records, how to file a grievance for pay shortages, supervisors working, important dates, updates, anything you need concerning this local is on that website.
Union meetings. Stuff
Right.
like that.
I mean, so we didn't want to wait until, you know, if we were fortunate enough to get elected. My thing has always been you have to do the job before the job comes available. And we appreciate that, Tamika. You know, everything you need is on there. The contract is on there. The bylaws is on there. Things we've done, you know, throughout these last few years are on there. We want you guys to be able to go there, get your questions answered, and not feel like you know you got to beg and plead, and you go to our local website, man. There's nothing there. You know, you don't know what's going
or it's
on.
even questionable.
Right.
Like, it's in black and white on the website, so
Right.
there's no beating around the bush because it's how it is.
It's right.
Now, the most important thing why we started the website, because if we get elected 623 from now on, Romeo got a job. You got 2 weeks to challenge it. His seniority is 2,000. All right? All 4,400 members will be able to know Romeo got the job.
Right.
I got more seniority than him. This is why we started it.
Right.
Because it's not fair. It's not a fair practice
nobody
when you
knows.
say that Hooker got a job. I got more seniority than Hooker.
Exactly right.
And by then
When-
it's too late.
And this is what we talking about transparency,
Right.
right?
Right.
Everything's gonna be you gonna say
Transparent.
everything.
You're gonna know what's
Everything.
going on.
Yeah.
All right. So now, I wasn't here, but I heard they talked about the 500 tickets for the family picnic.
That was like the 2 weeks
Okay,
ago.
well, I want to talk about it now. So now, we have 4,400 members, right? Let me get this straight now. We ordered 4,000 water bottles. 4,000 water bottles we ordered, right? Because they want to hand them out to try and get elected, right? But we only ordered 500 tickets for our family.
Right.
Usually 1,000 people go, right? So now, they've been dealing with Clemson Park. They closed the park down because there was other people there too, right? So now, if you deal with Clemson Park, you should be able to call and say, look, I need another 300 tickets. Or, like some other locals do. Okay, give you an example. One local, they having something at the zoo, right? You buy the ticket at the local,
Yeah.
it's $8.
Yeah, you were saying
Buy
that.
it at the gate, $10, right?
Right.
So why we can't do the same thing?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So now, what happened is the vice president was going around telling all people, hurry up, all her people, hurry up, get the tickets, but they're going to run out.
Right.
That's not right. So what happened is now, Shanahan, principal officer, you want to save money on the backs of the members? That's sad. That's sad. And the members should be upset because everybody like, jump, I need more tickets, right? Well, they didn't have a ticket.
Tickets were a hot ticket, literally.
I mean, what happened? It was only 500.
Right.
So how can you know what I mean? I mean, that's sad. And the members were really upset. But guess what? Long as you allow them to do that, they're going to keep doing it.
Exactly. That's why I'm hoping, man. I talk to a lot of people, especially today. Everybody is anxious, man. They don't want to have to go down this road ever again with this leadership. And I'm hoping everybody's talking good. I just hope they put it on paper. That's my biggest
Part-timers,
thing.
listen,
You got to put it on paper.
part-timers, you have to vote.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Part-timers, about over 3,000 part-timers.
Yeah.
Part-timers, you have to vote. Part-timers, you keep saying, well, the E-board, Shanahan them only care about the full-timers. That's what y'all said. They only care about the full-time. We care about everybody. Now, the current E-board, they only, y'all said, oh, we ain't come to union meet, we ain't vote, because they only care about the full-time. Listen, we're going to represent everybody. 4,400 members, we're going to represent everybody. Everybody holds accountable.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? When you call Union Hall, you ain't going to get 1 for Richard Hooker, 2 for Romeo. You're going to get, yo, hello, this is Jumbo.
Yeah.
Can I help you? No more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You mean to tell me you got 6 BAs on the books and you can't get one of them on the phone? You can't get one of them on the phone? Something's broken.
Right. Something is broken.
And it's crazy because more and more people,
6 BAs.
more and more people are coming out and for for our slate, the closer and closer it gets to election, because more and more things are going on. Now you wanted to touch base on the website. You did. Did you have? You said you had something you want to bring up.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you guys know I do a lot of work behind the scenes, you know. So everybody knows Sarah. You know Sarah Nelson. Sarah Nelson, for those who don't know, she is the president of the Flight Attendants Union, and
The Teamster or I am?
nah, not a Teamster, no.
I am?
Nah, it's I forgot that their
Certification.
SIEU?
no, it's flight attendants. I can't. It's like F something like that.
Okay.
So Sarah Nelson, for all those who don't know, she's like a really big in the labor movement right now. You know, I know you guys remember a few months ago when the government was shut down,
Yeah.
and so they shut the airplanes down, and so then all of a sudden now, you know, the president got us act together.
Yeah.
She was behind that.
Wow.
So, you know, I reached out to her. I said, you know, this is what we're about. This is what we're doing. So in the near future, plan to see Sarah Nelson at our gates with us
Wow.
as we continue to build our community of labor. It's not just about UPS. It's not just about the airlines. It's not just about the hospitals. It's about all of us fighting together against one common enemy: corporate greed, corporate domination. It's going to send a message to the company that we work for.
Yeah.
Have somebody like that out there helping us fight.
Yeah.
Because
To have a good relationship with
exactly
everybody.
because
it's not just one person.
going forward, let's just say 2023 UPS want to play stupid.
Fine.
You know, we're gonna have everybody out there.
Exactly.
Steel workers, CWA, the Carpenters Union, Miss Sarah Nelson, all these city councils.
Because we back everybody. When we
Because
drive by, we see people, we
That's
stop.
what all this has been about.
How
It's
it is.
not just about, you know, us.
Yeah.
This is a big issue. Labor is under attack from all over, everywhere. So, and we gotta win. The only way to win, we gotta work together.
So we're going out and get help from other people because we cannot get help from the IBT and James P. Hoffa. We can't get help from our own general president. That's sad. That's really, really sad. We had to go out and get help from other people.
But it's not
not
even
help.
getting help. It's about strengthening the
It's
movement.
about backing each
That's
other.
all it's about. Like when I go to the picket lines with the Hahnemann nurses and the P-SNAP and all those guys, it's to help them out. Because how you going to close? How you going to shut down a hospital?
Money. You know how much that guy
You
gonna
know
make?
what I'm saying? That's
You know how much
crazy.
he gonna make? But you know
I know
how
you're
much
going to make a lot of money, but still we
You know how
got
much he gonna
our
make?
loved ones in there.
Yeah, I know, but you know how much
Dying.
he's gonna make?
We gotta fight for that, man.
Yeah.
We got to. And that's the
But
only way to
the
win.
politicians won't fight. Politicians
That's
won't
why we
fight.
got to.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's why we got
The
to. And that's
politicians-
why when they say, Hooker,
listen.
I need you to come down here and see what you're doing, I'm there.
Yo, the politicians line their pocket. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Just like IBT. Half of them line their pocket.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Whenever we got a fight going on,
Right.
right, listen, we had to get out there ourselves. Because ain't no help coming from the IBT, especially 623. Oh, 623 can't get nothing.
But that's changed now. That's changed now. We had
But-
to do it on our own.
And we don't need no help from them. We
Right.
do our own thing. We don't
Exactly.
need no help from them.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly basically backing one another. And
Exactly.
it's good because united we stand, divided we fall.
Right.
I mean, that's basically how it is. And a lot of people don't understand that when you see, like I had a debate on a couple of websites with friends and all, because you drive by a place and you see this place is so-and-so is on fair. Why is it unfair? Because they hired non-union people to do the work. But if you're a union member, you know
Right.
that is definitely unfair because you got union people that are laid off right now waiting for work.
Right.
So, and they're just cutting corners. So it's a huge debate, and you want to support that. I support all my union brothers and sisters, no matter what local you're in. I do stop. I say hello. I say God bless. I hope everything's good.
Right.
Because I want that, your reputation of being there for my members, or any member, not just my local, any member. And when it comes down to it, it's it's transparency with us, that they know.
Hey, since we got both classes watching, Backbeat and
Mr. Smart.
Smart.
Mr.
Hey,
Smart. Hello,
I
Mr.
got,
Smart.
I got to do this.
Okay.
I normally don't do stuff like this, but I got to do this because I know Smart. He always got to take a little jab at me. So I'm gonna take a little jab at him today. This is what I want everybody in our local to do. Since they came out, congratulations to you guys over there.
Yeah.
Good luck. But I gotta say this real quick.
Congratulations to the Ron Venice League.
Oh.
So real quick, this is what I want every member of Local 623. We got both classes, Bagby and Smart. This is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to go on Google, right? I need you to look up 3 things and tell me what you find out. Number 1, I need you to look up 623 Strong. Google it. Tell me what you see. Then I need you to look up Teamsters Local 623. Tell me what you see. Then I need you to Google 623 Lives Matter. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm trying to laugh. You're gonna be like, oh my goodness, what's going on here? So this is what I need y'all to do. Look up 623 Strong, right? Then look up Teamsters Local 623. Then look up 623 Lives Matter. I'm telling you, all 3 are gonna be astonishingly different. And when you find out from each one of them, tell me what you.
All right, so now, while we got both clans that's on here, we have to clear something up with Clan Smart. Clan Smart said in 2016, the delegate race, right?
Right.
When Clan Bagby ran delegate, they said they thought they would vote for Clan Smart. So now we're going to clear this up right now. Clan Bagby is running for president.
Right.
Clan Bagby is running for president. Clan Smart is running for trustee. Clan Smart is running for trustee. So Clan Smart, we don't have this problem now. We know you're running for trustee, and Clan Bagby running for president.
Right.
So we got that straightened out, Clarence?
Oh yeah.
Mr. Smart, you have a good day.
But again, I gotta say it again. Everybody that's watching, if you're watching later on, look up this is the Google age. So Google or internet search Bing, whatever. 623 Strong, Teamsters Local 623, and 623 Lives Matter. And when y'all look them up, I want y'all to tell me by each one what you see. That's all I'm gonna say.
And well, we want to wish Ron Bennett and the slate very well.
Yeah.
And we will always respect Ron Bennett. Ron Bennett slate, we wish you luck, Ron Bennett.
So,
but we got 4 weeks.
4
All
weeks
jokes
left.
aside, and everybody say I'm too serious. So I try to have a little fun today. 4 weeks. We got 4 weeks today. 4 weeks. That's it.
Nominations, 4 weeks.
Then 10 days after that, you're gonna have the ballots coming out. Everybody got to vote. I mean, it's just that simple. Everybody complaining.
And tell them, a lot of people saying, why that crazy guy out there? Tell them why I'm out there. All I'm saying, that's a crazy guy. Why you out
The
there?
reason why you see Jumbo out there,
The crazy guy.
Well, the crazy guy is very, very important. Very important because of what happened in 2016. And I'm gonna put some numbers out there. There were 452 votes against our current leadership, and that's with all the experience everybody they like to tote on. All that experience, more people voted against their leadership. There were only 347 people that voted for them. Out of those 452 votes, the 623 Lives Matter slate got 310 of those slate votes. All right? So, that being said, every vote, we need everybody to vote.
Yeah.
Because
Part-timers,
it's 3
full-timers,
slates.
everybody.
If votes gonna go here, votes gonna go there. And we found out in 2016 that if we were even going into the individual vote count, the E-Vote would have lost 3 seats and not just the 1. Jumbo, Bagby, and Esposito would have won seats on our board right now. So again, all that experience they talk about, more people still voted against them. So this time around, we already know there's going to be way more people than that that's going to vote against them.
So,
But again, you guys have got to vote. Complaining about it, telling us, hey, we got y'all, sounds good, and we appreciate it. But if you really want to make a difference, you got to put that mark on that ballot and that box next to 623 hashtag 623 Lives Matter, because that's the only way you're gonna see a change. That's the only way.
You want better.
No disrespect
better.
to anybody that's running, but the body of work, you've seen it. We told you what we was gonna do, and we've done it. You wanted transparency, we gave it to you. You wanted a better website, we gave it to you. You wanted more education, we gave it to you. We got a committee coming out that's going to bridge that gap.
The bylaw.
So everything, we've already done the work. Now we need you guys to give us a chance to go further.
To represent you.
Now, when you get the ballot, just fill it out, put it in the mail. Listen, we can't come January talking about Jumbo. Can I still vote? Jumbo. The ballot is on top of the refrigerator. Come on. Once you get that ballot, put it in the mail. Just put it in the mail.
Right.
Take less than a minute. Put it in the mail. If you want change, well, like I said, you have to vote Slate, Richard Hooker. Listen, we need them part-timers. All you part-timers, you say, you got it. Somebody said, Jumbo, I voted, right? I said, yeah, you voted for us, right? But did you get 10 people in your crew to vote?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Make sure everybody votes. You gotta listen, everybody's going to know the date. October 15th, the ballot's coming out.
Right.
You can't say you don't know when it is. All you got to do is put it in the mail. October 15th, ballots will be in the mail. That's when it is. You got to vote. Now, part-time, if you want change, you want more full-time job, we're going to fight for more full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Listen, we getting ready to do 7 days a week, right?
Yeah.
Now, 2020, we're going to do 7 days a week,
Right,
right?
2020, right.
So now, listen, everybody's going to make money. Listen, there's money to be made if you want to work. There's plenty of work out there.
Right. And speaking of that, one of the first questions somebody asked on us was, when we go 7 days a week, will you guys keep up the status quo of our e-board? Like, no. If you guys work 7 days a week,
We're gonna be there.
we work 7 days a week.
That's how it should
It's just that simple. You don't pay us to stay home and you working.
Yeah.
Just like we know when we back about the vice president, about the president, Billy Mars. Now, he do feeders, right?
Right.
Feeders run 24/7, 7 days a week, right? Listen, long as I've been here, he ain't never been there at night. He been down there one time at night when Disney got fired. He came down there, right? But listen, even in the daytime, he needed a roadmap to get there. And he showed with an empty briefcase. Listen, we're not going to be like that. We're going to be accountable. You're going to see us. We're going to be there. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to see somebody night and day. All right? Especially if we carry 5 BAs. You're going to see us. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody had to be there on the night. Somebody had to be there on the weekend. All right?
Right.
Billy Mars, $137,000 for what? That's why he been forced out.
So I was asked a question, okay? And I was telling people, this is a while ago, I think I brought the question in here. The question was, these people, they get in the office and then they change. And a lot of times they change is because the company offers money. And if they think this is what they think, they don't have proof.
Right.
But they think the company lines their pockets, and
Right.
say, okay, if you do this for me, I'll give you this. I'll back your kids. I'll put your kids in college. Or whatever you may have, you just say what the money will do for you, Oh, you $50,000, you have 2 kids, there's 100, they'll go through college, whatever. Would you accept that? Now, that was asked to me, and I said no, because I'm not here for the company, I'm here for the members.
Right.
I was like, if I was to take the money, I should not even be running because I'm running for something that's not pure.
Right.
And I feel like I'm doing as pure as I can for the members.
Right.
Now, and I was like, I'm also running with a bunch of people I feel the same way I do.
Exactly. Right.
So, I just wanted to get that out there because, we all do what we feel is right, and it's not just for us, it's for members. And
Exactly.
we love the members. We treat everybody like their family. We try to go above and beyond for the members. What we can and can't do, what we can't do, we get through our e-board,
Right.
which we have to do anyway because that's the right thing to do.
Right.
And we still have communication with them. It's just
Yeah, no one. I don't want to be like we hate them because I have no ill will toward them guys, and I don't. But it's just that we need a change. You can't keep letting UPS do whatever they want to do, and we just keep there's nothing. If I was coming, if I've been here say if I want to be here 2 or 3 years, and I see what the company has done, and I'm looking for my leadership to respond, and then this is the way they responded. Look at it. We voted no in the contract. Look what they did to us. Then they get mad at us for saying, why didn't you honor the members' vote? That's what you're supposed to do.
Right. Just like Hooker said, no ill will or whatever, right? What happened is, just like I said, the members voted for me. The members voted me in, right?
Right.
And they they totally ignored the members. They totally ignored the members.
Right.
The members voted me in, right? And they didn't recognize me. They sent letters to UPS, Oregon Avenue, and Airport. Don't recognize Jumbo. They went to management, don't recognize me. So what they saying is, y'all vote don't count.
Don't count.
That's
right.
what they saying.
Right.
They saying the members' vote don't count. But they said, but we voted for you, Jump. I'm like, yeah, tell Shanahan that.
Right.
I mean, listen, when it comes down to it, everybody wants change. I hear a lot of people
Right.
saying they want change.
Right.
And even with the new hires, that can vote, the part-timers, I go to them, I go, listen, this is one thing that I always tell everybody, and they look at me. I go, listen, you guys are making $14 an hour right now. I was like, the people before you that had a chance to vote didn't take it seriously. If they took it seriously, you guys would have been making $15 an hour. And if they would have voted, you would have been making $15 an hour. Veterans would have got some incentive. We would have got everything we wanted. Now, that was just for the contract. If they would have just took it seriously and voted and say, oh, I don't vote. I hear that a lot. No. You vote whenever you get a chance because it's your voice. If you're upset, you want to make a difference, you want better, vote better, vote. And that's the only way. Put pen to paper.
Put it on paper, man.
Well, just like Hooker was there, we was in shop steward meeting. Hooker was there. All the shop stewards in 623 was there, right? So we rumbling. Oh, Jumbo always in this, I'm in this, right? Listen, I'm always in it because the people come to me, right? What Hooker tell you what I said? I said, tell you what y'all do. I'm willing to come down here to Union Hall.
Yep.
2-3 days a week. How many days y'all want? Just to train me. Y'all ain't got to pay me. Just to train me. Teach me what's going on. This way I know what's going on with every department, right? Hook, what did they say?
Nope.
What did they say?
They said no.
I'm coming down there.
On
you
your
ain't
own
gotta pay
time,
me.
right.
You ain't got to pay me.
They
I'm
said
coming
no.
down there.
Right.
All you got to do is train me. Now, let me learn these departments, this and that, right? In front of all the shop stewards.
Right.
But they said no. They said no.
They said no.
Oh no, what happened is we saying we want to come down there. You ain't got to pay me. You understand what I'm saying? But they pay Izzy.
What's up, Jackie?
They pay Izzy to go, or they pay Dizzy to go all over across the country for 10 BC. You understand what I'm saying? And like when once everybody said, they said, Jump, why are we spending all this money for Dizzy to go 10 BC, right? What had 10 BC done for 623? Tell me one thing they've done. Nothing. They've done nothing. And we spent thousands and thousands of dollars, right? And so not only that, when Hooker and I went all across the country with Fred 2016, we paid out our own pocket, didn't we?
Pocket, man.
We paid out our own pocket. So if he want to go to 10 BC, this and that, he's a BA now. Even before he was a BA, he should be paying for this stuff out of his own pocket. We spent a lot of money, Hook.
Yeah, we did.
So what makes him better than us?
He on the board.
Right? And not only that, then he get per diem, $125 a day. All right? Come on now. Now, and it's supposed to be excused. Excused for what? What is 10 be excused from? What? That ain't union business. I don't think it's union business. It ain't doing nothing for us.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
It's sad.
I'm a member,
and the
you.
members keep saying, "Yo, Jump." They say, "Jump." On a Saturday, I can spend time with my wife, my family, my kids. Right? I don't come down here to hear Izzy stand at the mic and talk 30 minutes about 10 BC. I don't care about 10 BC. I want to know what they're going to do for me and my family.
Right.
And that right there is it's just a mouthful. I know we're getting close to our time, guys. I'm going to go with a final thought. We got 4 weeks left. 4 weeks. And we're going to be nominated. The ballots are going to come out. And you guys want better, vote better. Put the pen to paper, put it on there, and let everybody know that you're tired of what's going on in this local. Because that's the only way we're going to, get better and get stronger. And, kind of pressing the reset button on things. Get everybody. You know what they say? Get the cancer out, get the poison out.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Just start over. I mean, it's not just me saying this. It's a lot of members, a lot more than you would be surprised. Because there's more and more people that are voicing their opinion the closer we're getting. So 4 weeks. Let's get this out there, and don't forget to visit 623livesmatter.org. O-R-G.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, you got to vote for Richard Hooker. Once again, you have to vote for Richard Hooker. Hashtag 623 Lives Matter slate. You have to vote for Richard Hooker. Richard Hooker has to beat Bill Shanahan. If you don't beat Bill Shanahan, we lose. You have to vote Richard Hooker and slate. Thank you very much.
So, I mean, I don't even know what to say. We got 4 weeks left. Check out the website for more information. We're going to be out there constantly as well. I want to thank Pat Stacker, Jesse Robinson, and Eric Nolte for volunteering to be, on that on our flyer that we put out there yesterday. It's very, very good. I appreciate that. I appreciate them for doing that. Listen, 4 weeks. That's all we got left. And we need you guys to make sure you vote. That's just the bottom line. If you guys don't vote, then be prepared to go down the same road again. Year after year, day after day. We deserve better. We pay for a service that we're not getting. And you guys know it. It's not like you don't know. There wouldn't be so much complaining if you guys didn't feel the way that we feel.
Exactly.
So we need you guys to put those frustrations on paper. And don't feel like because they're your friends and you don't want to let them down and loyalty. Listen, I've been there. I used to be with those guys. I've been there. But my responsibility outweighed my loyalty. And that's what I had to choose. When am I going to be loyal to people who don't care, just want to preserve and protect their own wishes, or responsible for the members, responsible for their livelihood, responsible for my family well-being? I had to choose that. And it was a hard choice because, I thought these guys were legit. At one point I did, but, after talking to them, I had a heart-to-heart conversation. And you guys, and we talk about it from time to time. You can go ask Harry Brown. He's a Shasta to Oregon Avenue. He was there.
Oh, yeah.
He was there. And so, but I chose responsibility that day, not loyalty. And I'm asking you guys to do this thing. Be responsible for the dues that you are paying. Be responsible for the work that you do. Yeah. You have a responsibility of being a Teamster. We need to act like it. All right? We're going to get out of here. We love you guys. Don't forget, 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks, that's all we got. We love you guys. Peace out. 623 Lives Matter.
.org.
Yeah, .org.